Hey guys, happy Friday. Okay, so I wanted to talk today about mindset a little bit because I was surfing Facebook this morning and I came across a post in one of the gluten-free forums, and this woman was asking people, like, how do you stop like just dreaming about all the food that you can't have? So I went back and forth with her a little bit to understand, like, was she talking about real dreams or like daydreams? And she said, well, both, but mostly daydreams is what she was talking about. And so I wanted to share like what my response to her was, because this is how like my frame of mind works. And this is part of the framework that I use with my clients. So I thought I would share it and then maybe go into each step a little deeper in weeks to come. So the first thing, and this is one of the hardest things to kind of wrap your head around, but as soon as you stop eating the processed gluten-free stuff, those cravings will decrease substantially. And I've talked about this before, but the reason is that that processed stuff is full of sugar and like really starchy carbs that shoot your blood sugar up, and it just creates a nasty, vicious cycle. Now, I'm not saying like you can never have a gluten-free cookie, because I love those double stuffed Glutino Oreos. They're amazing, okay? So once in a while for a treat, like totally fine, I get it. Or if you're, a good baker, go ahead and try to bake your own, because then you can make it much healthier. But as a general rule, like those foods are really meant to be like once in a while treats. They're not meant for you to eat them every single day. And your body is not going to like that, I promise you. So once you cut out that crap and you start eating like real food, it will decrease your cravings substantially. So it's going to be hard for a couple of days, but then once you get past that, honestly, it's going to be so much better for you. So that's step number one. Step number two is really like, if you have a craving, make it yourself. Like, I have cravings all the time. Like Taco Bell Crunch Wraps, are you kidding me? I miss those. They are like, if I had a day where I could just eat gluten again, Taco Bell Crunch Wraps, the breakfast ones, they are on my top 5. Seriously. But like, I've made them at home before. You can make them at home. And yes, you have to Pinterest it up a little bit and find some recipes. And you may have a flop here and there. But for the most part, like, you'll learn to be a better cook, but you'll also be able to satisfy those cravings in a healthy way. So don't be afraid to experiment and find regular recipes on Pinterest and tweak them to just sub out the gluten parts for gluten-free. It's not as like hard as it sounds, I promise. And then the last thing is mindset. And I talk a lot about mindset because that's what I'm all about. But I really feel like that is the bulk of the battle. You've got to get yourself in this mindset of abundance rather than, having everything taken away from you. So once you get to that place where you're able to focus on the things that you do get to have, whether they're food or anything in your life, once you get to that place and you're practicing that regularly, it makes such a world of a difference. So I'll just share with you, like, for me, what I do is in the morning, I start out my day. I get my coffee first, because that's of utmost importance. And then I go down into my basement and I work out, which I do 6 days a week. It's just what I find like really gets my day started well. But then I take time to journal. So after I stretch, cool down and everything, I journal. And my journal is simple. It has gratitude in it, and then it has affirmations in it. That's it. It doesn't have to be complicated. And so your gratitudes are just like things that you're thankful for. Like literally this morning, coffee made it on my list, and these sleeves with the little thumb holes, they were on my list too, because it got cold here. So it doesn't have to be complicated, but when you like reset your mind to be really grateful for everything you have, it just opens up so much for you. So I do that first, and I just do like 5 or 6 things. And then I do affirmations. So it can be anything like money affirmations or career affirmations or relationship affirmations. So you can say, parental affirmations, right? So you can do affirmations like, I am a calm, cool, and collected parent. I have the best relationship I can imagine with my spouse. So when you say these things like you actually have them, like it seriously does an awesome job in your head to really help you manifest those things and help those things happen. So I'll get more into that. That wasn't the best explanation, but I'll get more into that someday on affirmations and how those work. But so super simple in the mornings. And it honestly, gratitudes and affirmations, like when I have that 5 minutes of quiet time to journal it, my day starts off so much better. It just really gets me in the right mindset. So later on, when I'm at, a lunch at a pizza place, which I was a couple days ago, I can smell all the pizza and I couldn't have any. I was okay. Had my coffee there again at lunch. I was okay with that because I had already had like this mindset of how abundant my life is, and I was so grateful for that. So it may seem silly, and you may be like, "Wow, like she's really tripping out," but honestly, like it makes such a big difference. So those are my tips for starting to kind of tiptoe into that bright side mindset. And I'd love to hear from you, like what mindset struggles you've got going on and where you kind of get tripped up, because I would love to help. So let me know. Talk to you later.